I've had Sony's lineup of 2013 top-tier Android devices for a bit over a week now. I put them through their paces and am getting ready for the full reviews. But I thought it was a good idea to give you guys a rundown on what exactly is different between the Xperia Z and the Xperia ZL, and what could make you want to buy one over the other. First and foremost, the Z and the ZL are specific to particular markets, but both can be purchased outright and unlocked from mobicity.com. The two devices sport a surprisingly large amount of similar specifications, and yet are very different at the same time. Both devices have the same quad-core 1.5 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 Pro chipset, 2 GB of RAM, and the Adreno 320 GPU. In practice, the performance was identical. They run the same version of Android Jelly Bean 4.1.2 with only a handful of differences. Both sport NFC, Bluetooth 4.0 inbuilt radio with RDS, 16 GB of internal storage, expandable memory via micro SD card, take a micro SIM card, and have a fantastic 13 megapixel rear-facing camera with an Exmor RS sensor. This is all showcased on the same 5-inch 1080p TFT reality display with the Bravia Engine 2 and a scratch-resistant mineral glass panel. Both suffer the same issues with poor viewing angles, but the display is the first place you will note a difference. The ZL comes with the additional ability to alter the white balance of the display. This model of the ZL lacks LTE antennas, but in particular markets that is available. It is said that this particular ZL should come with a barometer, but I could find no trace of it within the OS. When you go fishing deep within, it actually states the barometer as being disabled, which sucks because for people who would be interested in altitude information like adventure walkers to track their journey, it would have made an excellent selling point. The Z comes up trump slightly with an extra 0.2 of a megapixel in the front-facing camera, but in practice it really isn't noticeable. Much like the battery, where the ZL has the larger 2370 mAh lithium ion and the Z a 2330. But two inclusions that really stand the ZL apart and make it appealing are the neat additions of a dedicated shutter button for the cameras and an IR blaster for remote controlling your other electronic devices like your smart TV. The Z unfortunately lacks both of these, but that has something to do with the real reason for purchasing the Xperia Z, the fact that it can be submerged in 1 meter of water for 30 minutes without damage and complete resistance to dust exposure. The ZL cannot, so please don't try. But confusing the two isn't likely to happen because the obvious difference between both devices is the look of the casings. The ZL is slightly thicker at 9.8mm and 5 grams heavier, but actually has the smaller footprint, and you can definitely tell that in hand. It is the most compact 5-inch display smartphone on the market, and that is a feat worth talking about. The Xperia Z can feel onerous in hand, protrudes out of your pockets, and larger than most people would like. By knocking 7.4mm off the length and 1.7mm off the width, the ZL is a much more comfortable hold. I'm certainly preferring using the ZL, besides the nasty textured plastic rear panel that, despite what so many other reviewers are saying, does not feel rubberized at all and is hollow sounding and has a weird flap at the base of the device to give access to the micro SIM and micro SD ports. The ZL feels more robust because of this, but the design is far less elegant. The Z has glass front and back, is streamlined and simplified with caps for each of the ports that allows for the watertight casing, and really looks glamorous while being a little bit more fragile. The smaller size of the ZL has seen the notification light shifted to the base of the device along with the front-facing camera, which feels weird in use. It gives a more eye-level view when video chatting and doing selfies, but when you look at the display and take a shot, you will appear to be looking way above the camera itself. So, that's a quick rundown of both devices. I guess the main point is price. mobicity.com has them retailing for only $20 difference. The Z is more expensive at $629, while the ZL is $609 for the 3G variant. Stay tuned, the full reviews will be here shortly for both devices. I'm Kurt, and this is KABOOtech. Thanks for watching.